Hello, I am Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we heal, be delivered, and set free, where we know who we are, we elevate our minds and our spirits, and we raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. And so today I want to talk about be healed, be wealthy. And so, one of the things in life that many of us want, especially if you're drawn to and attracted to certain people, and maybe even this video, one of the things that many of us want is to be wealthy. And so there is the whole idea. There are many ways to go about doing that. There are many teachings on that, many people out that have different theories and formulas that help you to become wealthy. And for the most part, I have to say they work. If you work them, they will work. One of them is actually the law of attraction, and how if you put your mind on and vibrate on what you want, then you will receive it. And in this case, we're speaking of wealth. And so I just first want to say that I agree with many of the ways that are taught and that we know of, that we learn of as to how to become wealthy. And in all honesty, I believe that we are created to be wealthy. I believe God created us to be wealthy. And along the way, being in society, we have lost our way. So what happens is that we have to come back to terms with who we are and come back to terms with the fact that we are wealthy, and so that we can gravitate towards that, and so that that wealth can gravitate towards us. And so what I find many a times is that people are doing that work to get wealthy, to receive wealth, and many a time they do. But many people I've seen have a lot of wounds. They have a lot of issues. And so what happens is, even though they have money, they're still not happy, or they may mismanage their money. They may mess it up completely. So I recognize that many times people need to be healed. People have a lot of inner healing that they need to do. So many people walking around with unhealed wounds. And so I've come to the realization, just even from my own personal experience, that as you heal, when you heal yourself, when you heal your wounds, when you heal your mind, when you heal your heart, when you heal your spirit, when you heal your emotions, you ultimately can heal your finances and become wealthy. And so I'm speaking of it in terms of doing it from the inside out, doing it from doing the inner work, which is to heal, work through your issues, as I've just mentioned. But when we heal, we set ourselves free. And so when we heal ourselves and we get rid of all those things that we have going on in us that ultimately cause us a problem, that ultimately keep us from really moving into what we want. And many a times fear itself comes from having unhealed wounds. So when you're not healed, you operate in a lot of fear. When you have wounds, unhealed wounds, you are very fearful. You are a very fearful person. You fear so many things, and that will ultimately keep you from wealth if that's something that you desire. And so I'm saying all that just to really say that the best way to go about getting to your wealthy place is to heal yourself first. Again, it starts with spirit. When you're in a good place spiritually, you can begin to use that to heal your mind, to heal your emotions, to get yourself physically healthy. And ultimately, you're in a freer space. You're more open to receive wealth because you move a lot of limitations. And where you move the limitations is when you heal your mind, when you heal your thinking, the way you think, your beliefs. So once that's healed, you start to naturally attract your wealth. When you heal your emotions, you start to feel better about yourself. And your healed mind with your healed emotions cause you to think good, think better, think the right thoughts, and feel the right way to bring your wealth to you. So I'm proposing that we heal ourselves and then create and attract our wealth. I'm proposing that you be healed and then you can be healthy and then wealthy. And so when you heal first and you become wealthy, you're in a happier place. You're a happy person. You will tend to manage your money more properly. You will tend to ultimately you won't destroy it. You will actually use it for good. You will use your money to even help heal others, help make other people's lives better. Of course, you will take care of yourself and do nice things for yourself. But I'm saying when you come from a healed place and then you become wealthy, your wealth will make a difference to those in the world that need that help, that needs maybe you would want to do something where you help heal other people because of the experience that you went through, and because that's kind of where I'm coming from, because I've experienced knowing that I was a wealthy person. I experienced knowing that I would have millions and billions of dollars at some point, but working to get there, I would say, was a struggle for me. And I don't like to use the word struggle too much, but it was a struggle till I learned that I didn't have to struggle. But I was trying to find my way, and I really, really found my way. Even though I had a lot of information, I didn't really find my way and find it actually happening until I healed a lot of wounds. And once I healed a lot of wounds, it's like I was open to receive wealth, and it started to come in my direction. Things started working out for me. Doors started to open, and yeah. So again, like I said before, you can gain wealth. Many people gain wealth, and we know that they kind of all messed up inside. We see them all the time. And that's what I'm talking about. We can tell that they are off. We can tell that something's wrong, opposed to a person that carries a good positive aura, that has a good vibe, that you can tell that they're a lighted being, they're a God being. And obviously, the work has been done internally if there needed to be work. Because some people don't have as much weight or wounds as others, you know. So that's what I'm speaking of. And again, when people have all that wealth and they have all these wounds and issues and heaviness within themselves, we tend to not too much care for them. And a lot of people, when you know how I've heard it being said, how certain people, they're wealthy and they just as cool. Those usually are the ones that don't have all those issues and wounds going inside of them. But people, on the other hand, we hear of those who act real arrogant and act like they're superior to you and above you and treat people like they're small. They have a lot of wounds. They have a lot of wounds and a lot of issues because look at how they act. So even though they may be wealthy, they're a problem. And they're a problem not even only to themselves, but they can be one to other people. They being one to other people because they're not very nice and they're not very nice to be around. And the only people that will really do them and entertain them and be around them are those that think they have to get what they want, to get what they want, or whatever it may be, to earn money, because it may be that they employ them or whatever it is. And even in that case, they need to heal some wounds. So they will not put themselves in position to feel like they need people like that, because they don't, but they have to come to that. Again, when you heal your wounds, when you heal your mind, heal your emotions, and even physically, because when we have a healed and healthy mind and a healed and healthy emotional state, um, that pretty much takes care of us physically. You have to do some things. You have to make sure you eat right and get the proper exercise and get your rest and all those things that we need to do to care for our physical bodies, for our physical selves. But when we're feeling good mentally and emotionally, that takes care of a lot of our physical health. When we are healthy mentally, spiritually, and I'll say emotionally, we tend to be physically healthy, even though we have to still do some things. Now, the other part of that is if we just do all the things physically, we eat right, we get our rest, we work out regularly, but our minds and your mind and your emotions are messed up. Your body is still gonna get sick. You're gonna still be sick, and many times that's how people catch certain. I hate to say it, diseases like especially cancer. I'm saying many times that's what it is. They thinking it's off. They may think evil thoughts or not even necessarily evil. They may just be thinking negative. You might just be a negative thinking person and you can cause your own self illnesses. Your emotion, even emotionally, if you're emotionally off, you can cause illnesses within your body, in your physical body. You know, if you're emotional, like I said, if you have unhealed wounds, if you're not healed and you have some bitterness and resentment going on inside of you or some deep hurt, that can cause physical illness. And so we want to be healed. We want to be healed so that we can be wealthy. And yes, when I say wealthy, I don't just only mean money, but yes, money has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. But when you're healed, you're wealthy all across the board. You're wealthy in good relationships. You're wealthy just in life. You're wealthy in peace and prosperity and happiness and you know I could just go on and on, but you get what I'm saying. You're healthily abundant. And so I just want to mention that how people may say money doesn't mean everything. And it doesn't, but it does mean a whole lot because how can you even get by in life without money? What we have to be careful at is not allowing money to become our idol to the point we love money so much. You know how they say what people will do certain things for money. The money they say the money is the root of all evil. Actually, even in the scripture, it says the love of money is the root of evil. But even in that, the improper love of money, because you should love money and have a good relationship with money. But if you love money in a way where it distorts you and cause you to be perverted in your mind to where you are doing evil things and not nice things and manipulative things to get it, then that's a unhealthy love for money. That's an unhealthy love for money. And so I'm saying that to say that it's not so much that it's nothing that is something wrong with wanting money and wanting wealth. It's just you don't have to go about it that way. You don't have to go about it in an evil way. You can go about it God's way because it is God's desire for us to be wealthy. It's even said all throughout the scripture. And so I just encourage you to heal, to be healed. And even as you heal and you become wealthy in life, you always want to continue to be in a posture to heal. Because in life, things are going to continue to happen. And we have to be able to heal right on point, or even better, not to let it certain things touch us at all. But in life, we have to deal with things. We deal with losses of loved ones. We deal with different tragedies and different things that happen in life. Even if it's not something personal, the travesties that happen in the world, like just major things that happen, that we hear of, these natural disasters and mass shootings or whatever it may be. We may feel that. And because we're human, that's our humanity. But when we feel that, we may even have to heal from that, even if it's not directly related to us, as far as knowing someone personally that was involved in that. So I'm saying that to say we have to keep ourselves in a posture of healing. so that we can always be open to receive all that God and the universe has for us, so that we could be open to receive all the wealth that God has for us. And so we need to heal our already wounds, whatever wounds we already have, and continue to heal, continue to be in a open to healing posture, so that your wealth can continue to come in, so that you can continue to be wealthy, so your wealth can grow and grow and grow, and you get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. And again, it's not all about money, but check this out. When you're healing and then you're in that more whole, healthy space, everything in your life is healthy and whole. You're wealthy all across the board, including financially. So let's heal ourselves. Let's be healed, and let's continue to open ourselves up so we can continuously heal and be healed throughout our whole life. And that way, and therefore, should I say, we can stay wealthy and become more and more wealthy, and be a blessing, a continuous blessing to our loved ones, to those around us, to the world, wherever our call is, wherever our assignments are. Let's be healed and be wealthy. And so, with that, I'm going to go. And I hope you all get something out of this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. You could just click on the notification, subscribe, click on subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. That way you can get notified every time that I upload a new video. And you can also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker, and also on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. Kingdom Business, the number 9. And so you all, that's my time. So I'm out. Peace.